From the studios of TLC Talk Radio.
And that fat girl Dana's bedroom.
It's DT on our minds. I'm your girl Tasha.
And I'm that fat girl Dana.
Don't forget to follow us on all of our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, YouTube. And catch our podcasts lined up in order on tlctalkradio.com. You can pull them on demand. We have another great show lined up for you. And we've been missing for a little bit, but life does that. Hey, friend. How's it going?
It's going.
Man.
Somewhere.
Listen, that's exactly where I am. So, ladies and gentlemen, I sent Dana some ideas, some talking points for today. And they were a little bit gloomy. And she's like, oh, great, a warm and fuzzy show. And I just started laughing, like, yeah, that's exactly what that was. It's been, I guess, a challenging time in a variety of ways for people. We're still in the middle of a pandemic. Mm-hmm. There's been vaccinations. There's some people saying, oh, great, we don't have to wear masks. And other people like, SHIT.
I'll still wear it. Thank you.
Right. I still wear mine. Unless I'm around people I'm clear have been fully vaccinated. But, if I know you and you're just like, oh, I've been vaccinated.
Have you?
Right. It's like, I'm a good guy. See, if you got to tell me that, then
you might have some problems.
You lying. You trying to convince yourself. So yeah, it's been crazy. And so me personally, as I'm sitting thinking, I think I've been to a funeral every weekend.
Oh my gosh.
For like the last, at least since, so today is just June 4th. But most weekends in May, I was at a service.
Wow.
Right. And I'm like, whether when I knew or I was supporting someone, and I know that people leave here every day.
Right.
It's just like, okay.
But it actually does tend to happen in the spring and in the fall more than normal.
You know what? Okay.
Pointing that out.
I'm thinking about it now. Yeah. Yeah.
People don't think the seasonal change actually affects anything, but it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Wow.
Yeah. Pay attention.
Wow. Yeah. I've got another one tomorrow. I didn't know this lady, but
my goodness.
She was a loving member of the church. I got to know her on social media. She tuned in via social media. I didn't know her. Other people knew her well. But I got to know her on social media. So when she passed, it was sad. Thankfully, she's not dealing with illness anymore, but it was like, Lord, and so in true Sister Gearing form, we're going to stream her services because that's how she tuned in.
Yeah.
So, and it's for the people who can't make it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been clearing out property, my late grandparents, late uncle's property. I'm gonna need everybody to organize their stuff. And Uncle was very organized. But there were just so many things. It would have been worse if he weren't organized. There was so many things, Dana. So many.
Oh, you have never seen so many things. My mom has so many things.
So does
my garage has so many things.
So does theirs. My parents. Daddy has all the crap in the garage. Mama has all the crap in the house.
We have collective crap everywhere. Yeah.
Have you all started sorting through it? Okay. Any plans to?
Well, the plan is that once Nefera gets all of her like tools and engines and whatever else she has in there out, then possibly we can organize something.
Understood. Yeah, that's kind of where I am. I think clearing the other property kind of pushed my mother to go, okay, you're right.
We need to get rid of it now.
Yeah. I told her, I said, I don't mean to be morbid, but y'all not gonna stick me with this when y'all go see Jesus. And now it's just me trying to clean out this house.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. That's not how we're doing it. So, helping mom organize kicked off on their birthdays. They had shirts made, and nobody could find them.
Oh.
I said, so I had them made a couple years ago, so we wear them on their birthday. Well, they wear them on their birthday.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't. She couldn't find. And so as we're going through the house, she has her closet, the den closet, living room closet, my old closet. Pop has one closet. She's got a standing rack full of clothes that are for him, but her stuff is on it too. And she's got 3 bins full of clothes. Why?
Where is she going that she needs all these clothes?
Nowhere. Because 3 of the bins said vacation clothes. And I laughed. They ain't nowhere. I mean, I laughed. I said, where you going? I said, here's what we're going to do. We're going to throw away these 75 pair of scrubs you have for no reason, because apparently they're calling Dr. Clopton to perform surgery. So she needs to be dressed in scrubs all the time.
Okay.
Tired from healthcare. So she won't wear her clothes, but she wants her clothes. So I'll give you a great example. I came over in a cute little mock neck sweater with lace sleeves. My mother said, that's really pretty. Why didn't you buy me one? And I said, I did. You have one. No, I don't.
Somewhere.
Yes, you do. No, I don't. So now I'm pulling out the Christmas pictures from when I gave it to her.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to borrow Mama, you can borrow her, but you got to give her back. But you can borrow her. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nah, I got my own situation. I'm good. I'll borrow your dad once in a while because I don't have one of those anymore.
You can borrow him. You can't put him on the expressway though. He doesn't like it. Even if he's driving, you gotta take the streets. But no.
It's a long way to my house taking the streets.
It is, but he's not gonna go with the expressway. He can't.
All right.
He's not gonna do it. But yeah, so that's been on my mind, just preparing. So for me, preparing my own things, making sure that I don't have 29 pieces of the same thing. 7,500 spoons. Why are there so many things? And yeah,
because
just too many things. I'm like, I can't, and I'm by no means a minimalist. So
oh no, clearly I am not.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But I like things to have a place. So if it doesn't have a place, it doesn't need to live here. No. For me,
my closet's a little like, I have stuff that I know I'll never wear, but I really want to wear them somewhere at some point in my life.
Then you should plan an event around it. Now that's always fun.
An event around a dress and a pair of shoes.
I'm with it. I say plan a tea or something. I do that all the time. When I have something that's formal that I want to wear,
but you have friends. I have limited friends.
Well,
you have like friends. I have I got a couple of good friends here and there, but nobody's going to show up at my house dressed up. It's just the guys are not down.
We will come over there. Like, what we doing? Where we going? Let's do it. I love to put on my hats.
I don't even own. I mean, I have baseball hats, knit hats, but no hat.
The black girl church hats. We got
I know. Oh, I know.
We got it. Mama don't wear hers. Let me borrow this. No. I bought her a beautiful rhinestone blinged out purse. And I bought it 2 years ago. She's never carried it. So when I had to make a quick run out of town, I said, let me borrow that purse. It was cute. It went with my outfit. So now I'm carrying it for that week. And she's like, don't think you keeping that purse. No problem. You can have it back. So I, finished with it, stuffed it again, gave it back to her. And then I came with my new everyday bag that I bought from a friend. I want that purse. But you don't even go nowhere unless I'm coming to get you. Like Aldi and Walmart, that's it.
So you gotta have this purse here.
She wants my purse. I'm not giving it to her. I gave it now. Okay, I'll take your other one then. How about that?
Fair trade.
When we lived together, I told her that this is our purse and our purses and our clothes, and I'm going to do one large walk-in closet. Now, what she doesn't know, and she ain't listening to the show, is that I'm gonna chuck half that stuff, and she'll be so fascinated with the nice closet, she won't notice. She don't wear it. She has no idea.
Right.
So,
Like I know the stuff that's in. I mean, I don't have a lot of clothes, but I have clothes that I used to wear when I worked, like that I didn't wear a uniform. So, some of that stuff's kind of cool, but it's desperately out of fashion.
well, I'm sure there's some staples in there, though, right?
Well, yeah, because almost everything's black. So,
oh, you're fine.
Yeah, some cuts are a little questionable. I'm bringing it back.
I was about to say, who's gonna say something? As the kids say, who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me?
Me.
Nobody.
Me, I'm checking me.
That's hilarious. So yeah, it's been an interesting just journey, an ancillary journey. Like we're in it, but it didn't impact us. It wasn't our parent, that left. So me and mama are just kind of on the side making things happen. So I scared a friend to death. Hey, Jamie. Jamie's my good friend. He's an incredible psalmist. And I sent him a text and I said, I'm not sick. I'm not dying, but I am writing out my end of life wishes. And so you make sure that you are there to sing. You are to sing this song that my cousin recorded. And that's what I expect. Now, obviously, if he doesn't do it, I'm not coming back to say anything about it. I'm just expressing what my wishes are. And I said, and if you walk in and somebody has disregarded my directive to not have a casket, to just make it a memorial with pictures, I said, you go in there, you knock every damn thing over. And he was like,
even the casket.
Yeah, knock it over. Act the whole fool. And he was like, get off my phone. He didn't say that, but I'm sure he was thinking it. Like, what's wrong with you? Nothing. I'm just telling somebody, because sometimes families don't, even though you've left a directive, sometimes it's emotional and they don't want to follow it. I get it.
Yeah.
But
well, my dad just didn't want to be buried in a tie because he never really wore one in life. And he said, I will come back and haunt both of you if I'm buried in a tie. So Jerry and I knew that we would never bury him in a tie. Sure. And he always wanted to be an organ donor as well. So we did that as well.
Yeah. One of my uncles did that. He donated his entire body to science.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I think my grandmother wanted to do that, but she didn't end up doing it.
Okay.
Not sure what happened there.
Yeah. I went to the funeral home. My girlfriend runs the funeral home, and her and her mom. And I'm like, this is what it is. She was like, you want a service before? No. Just cremation, please. It is what it is. And these are hard conversations to have. So, like, I'm unmarried. I don't have any children. I had to think about who am I leaving things to. Some things go to my cousins. Some things go, right now I'm setting up things for their grandchildren. I'm the relative in the family who take care of the younger cousins upon my passing. And I chuckled when I called them to let them know what's going on. I said, make sure that you don't murder me for these things. I would like to live an entire life. But so this is where things are. And one of my cousins was like, I know we got to talk about it, but it's bothering me. I said, absolutely it bothers you, because ain't nobody trying to leave yet. But I'd rather you understand what to do versus grieving and trying to figure out what to do, because you're already going to grieve. So it's tough. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. So that's been my life. It's a little crazy. And trying to raise these 10-year-olds, I call my parents.
Yeah.
I don't, Daddy. I know you don't really want mom right now, but
I got one of my own. But not much has been going on with me. Just working. Oh, it's the end of school. Yay.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah, but I'm working summer school, so half of it.
Yeah. I'm not working summer school, and I'll tell you why offline.
Okay. Well, I need it because I don't do my half. I don't do a half paycheck thing. I need my full paycheck because I don't make enough money to cover my bills.
Understood.
Doing that.
Understood.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I am going. I'm like, but I am going to go on vacation for the first time in forever for my 50th birthday, which is July 17th, and I hope to be
Yes.
sitting on the ocean the morning to watch the sunrise. That is my
Super
plan.
sweet.
Yes.
Super sweet. So
So
you
I'm just
fly out early, you know, a couple days before, a day before or something.
Oh, I'm driving. I'm driving the whole East Coast, pretty much, because I want to see.
That's
I need
nice.
to add, yeah.
That's nice.
So
I
I'm
can't
taking
do
2
it.
weeks to do it.
That's nice. I can't do
Yeah.
it because my bladder wouldn't cooperate, but yeah.
If it's only you, you can stop anytime you want to.
I ain't
That is
driving
what
nowhere
I
by
am
myself.
doing.
I didn't even go to Indianapolis by myself, so nope.
Oh. See, I like driving alone. I used to go back and forth to Georgia all the time by myself, so not a big deal.
I ain't comfortable. My parents will have 2 conniptions apiece. Nope, we ain't doing it.
I'm gonna post so much that you won't really miss me.
We'll too miss you. What if one plan stops?
Ben and Jerry's, Stephen King's house.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't. So that's a museum?
No, it's his house. I'm just gonna take a picture in front of it. This is how I travel. I don't hang around. I just go to spots and then
Nothing wrong with that.
like, I'll stop at a hotel when I want to sleep and then keep moving.
Do you have some planned out on your route?
Yes, I do. I'm hitting let's see, everything on the East Coast except for New York because I've already been there. The Carolinas have already been there. Georgia, obviously, I've already been there. West Virginia, I haven't been
Okay.
there before. So I've been to Virginia and DC and all that kind of jazz, but not West Virginia. So I'm going to slide through and come back up that way. It's going to be a long trip.
I mean, that's good. I don't know that I have the courage to travel alone driving. And that's probably because I watch Forensic Files all day. Which is probably, I would fly like that, but who has that kind of money?
Right.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to see weird things, so I don't want to like fly into somewhere and then have to rent a car and drive to it. So just drive.
And renting a car right now is ridiculous. Apparently,
oh, is it?
They're half available, and then people will prepay so that they can guarantee, but they'll get there and the car still isn't available because when COVID happened, excuse me, and the world shut down, car rental places ended up selling off their cars, so their fleet has dwindled, and now the demand is back,
and they got nothing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it gets funky.
Yeah, because I was going to go like fly into like Utah because I haven't been there before, or Montana, Arizona, haven't been there, New Mexico, and yeah, I guess I'll just hang out at the airport, not have a car.
Ooh. Ooh, for all this.
I was thinking about going to Hawaii just for a weekend, which I thought was kind of random.
Why just a weekend? Because it's an 8-hour flight.
I don't know. I'll hang out in LA and with my friends and then fly out there from LA. It's not 8 hours from there.
Okay, then you cut it in half.
I don't know. Because I don't like being anywhere too long, I guess. Yeah, I'm just like, okay, I've seen it. And let's go.
Understood. Now that I understand, I would like to do Hawaii. Maybe I'll plan that for my 50th. And I might end up going by myself because you know how it is when you tell people you're going. I'm going. They ain't going.
Yeah. And then I was thinking maybe I'll take an Alaskan cruise at some point.
Those are nice.
Yeah.
According to my aunt.
But I'm waiting for the cruise lines to be a little bit more stable. Because a lot of them are still being canceled a lot. So
that's because
I can wait.
That's because you're smart. Because Anybody got time for that?
Yeah.
I wanted to do a cruise. I was going to travel this year. Ixnay. I'm not ready. I'm going to Nashville to see my girlfriend. That's it.
Nashville's amazing. I love Nashville. Like, I
You know?
love it. I love Tennessee.
Okay.
It's a good spot.
Hmm.
It's pretty.
It is very pretty.
Yeah. And you can get, when you're in Nashville, if you're staying at any hotel, it takes you 10 minutes to get anywhere in Nashville. 10 minutes. Unlike
That's true.
Chicago, where it takes 2 hours to get 10 seconds away from, you could have walked there. You know what I mean?
I do. I really do. When my girlfriend got married, it took me 40 minutes, but still, because we were in one part, we were in a suburb and going to another suburb, whatever.
Mhm.
I was in her car, I was fine. But yeah, it's different travel wise. You're like, oh, well, we're here. Well, how about that?
Right. You're like, I didn't sit in traffic for 2 days.
I like to go to Memphis when I'm that way to, with her. But this is her 45th. We're turning 45 this year. So,
Mhm.
It's packed with activities. So when I get off the plane, we're rolling. And I'm
I have
fine.
never been to Memphis, though.
Really?
I've been to Chattanooga, which is actually pretty amazing. It's very, I don't know, it's very, I'd say it's very gentrified because like they built up a whole bunch of different stuff and it's really nice. And then I've been to Nashville several times and then Gatlinburg, where
Been to
like Dolly
Gal-
World and stuff.
Yeah.
But I've not been west in Tennessee, where Memphis is.
Hmm. We were there to see the Civil Rights Museum.
Oh.
And it was um, heart wrenching. I've been
Hmm.
3 times. I went a second time with my parents. I took my parents and I had mama's hand because I was nervous that she was just gonna start hitting people because it was triggering. And I was like, just,
Okay.
we not going to Memphis jail, boo boo. So don't. That's not what we're doing today. But because she was 18 when King was killed, and so
Hmm.
it's a beautiful museum, but it's so triggering. And then my former husband wanted to see Graceland, and me
Hmm.
and my girlfriend were like,
Yeah, I have no desire.
first of all, let me tell you, I don't know how, and I hope I don't offend anybody because that's not my intent. But whatever evil ever happened in that house, I could feel it when I walked in. I walked off.
Really?
I walked right off the tour. I said, "Well, I'm not sure why we still on this bull." Bye. And I left. I couldn't sleep that night.
Really?
It was, yeah. I was like,
Interesting.
something happening here. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Yeah.
And
That's
so,
kind of how I feel about going to New Orleans. I'm terrified of it
yeah,
because I feel like the whole place would feel like that to me.
okay. I want to visit for history's sake, and I have a good friend who's
Right.
from there, and I keep telling her, I was like, if you say the word, I might even tell her I'll do a road trip with her if we stop often. What am I thinking about? But but
Hey,
I'll
just
do it.
find little weird things along the way like I normally do.
Yeah, I'll do a road trip. But yeah, I was not feeling Graceland. No offense to anybody else. I Nope, nope.
Hmm.
I
I
could
have not heard that before.
listen. I was
I
like,
think
why
people
don't
are so overcome with Elvis when they go there that
Mhm.
they kind of miss the rest of whatever
I said, oh,
had Juju's hanging out.
yeah. Like I was like, so don't nobody else feel I'm finna go. Like, I don't think we were halfway through the tour. I was like, "You still stand on this tour?" He was like, "Yeah, okay." And so, of course, when I stepped out, I didn't maneuver my way through the line right to the grave site. I was like, "Oh boy, let me. Where can I sit down somewhere else? Like, where's the car?" I felt comfortable on the plane. The plane's across the street.
Okay.
The plane was fine. The house, I'm not sure what happened in there, and it's none of my business. But I ain't never, ever, ever got to go back.
Understood. I didn't even have that feeling in the Museum of Death when I
See,
was in LA.
I was
It
like,
was very
oh,
intriguing, but I didn't have a bad, dark, nasty feeling.
yeah. What is the Museum of Death like?
kind of weird. Like you would think it would be kind of weird, but it kind of is kind of centered around serial killers and stuff,
Okay.
which is, my morbid curiosity situation. And then it just has like really odd things, like people's letters and, like it had, I don't know, had a lot of weird stuff, but you can't take pictures in there. So, my memory is not the best.
Sure.
But it was really interesting walking through there. Like they had like Manson family stuff and just all types of different stuff. It was really interesting.
I watch those documentaries and I look at how some of them are filled with such remorse. The Manson family. And I'm like,
yeah.
Like, you can't come out though.
Right. You're going to have to stay because you're obviously too easily swayed by anybody.
Listen, I'm too old for peer pressure today. You can't convince me to do something simple, let alone kill somebody.
Right.
So
that's a
hard no.
That's a lot.
Hard no. Wow.
Right.
Yeah, that's a lot. I think about what makes people do what they do. Sometimes it's just like, I got nothing.
Yeah. Your childhood must have really sucked for you to come out this easily horrible.
Right. Like, what's going on?
Right.
So yeah, no, I'm out. I'm not. I didn't even know that existed when I went to LA, but I'm not. That wouldn't have been something I'd have been interested in.
Yeah, I like weird, dark stuff. I went there and the Reagan Library.
Okay.
Random. Which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But it had while I was there, it had the Pompeii exhibit. And I have a really morbid curiosity about Pompeii, so that was like, yes.
Right up your alley, huh?
Yeah. I was like, cool. So I went to see death, and then I went to see death that was, by volcano. I'm really weird.
That's all right. Everybody has a curiosity, and without that curiosity, we wouldn't learn new things. So I ain't tripping. It's not for me to go investigate.
Right.
You can't. This all.
I will.
I would, right, and then you'll come and you'll tell us about it. As we get ready to wrap, I thought about what we do, and I won't go into detail because he hasn't announced it. But a friend lost their child, and the child had lived such a fabulous life, and I didn't even know him, but it made me think about, Tasha, are you doing everything that you set out to do? Are you being active where you say you're gonna be active? Yeah, rest when your body needs to rest. There has to be balance. But are you doing what you said you were gonna do? And so as we talk about aging and decluttering and death museums, challenge the audience to take kind of their personal inventory, share with us even on our page if you like. Are you doing all you can do? Because that man left that indelible mark on me and we never met.
Wow.
I looked at my cousin. I said, I feel like we need to go do something right now. Like we need to go. And that doesn't discount things that we've done.
Right.
But just, is it everything? Not to the point where you push and you push and you push and now you're unhealthy.
Right.
But live life, live in that moment.
Yeah. When I look back at things that I've done a lot of really good, cool things.
I'm watching you.
And while I was doing it, I didn't take that in. And that's something that I'm trying to work on. Because I'm like, okay, it's just work. I'm just doing this and whatever. And then I look back and I was like, wow, that was really cool. I wish I could have actually felt that it was cool in that moment.
Yeah. But you're right. We were just talking about that. Sometimes we forget in the moment. You've done fabulous things, ma'am, sir.
Yeah.
Wow. And you just don't think about it because you're on to the next.
Yep.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's a good point to end on, I think. See, we first we scared y'all to death with more things, and now we've given you an indelible life lesson.
Yay. Always post positive.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's great, though. I think it's great. So, as we wrap from the studios of TLC Talk Radio,
And Dana's bedroom.
this has been DT on Our Minds. I guess the wrap up is live your life, plan for your exit, and enjoy your people. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course YouTube. And catch us on demand at tlctalkradio.com. We'll catch you next time.
And I'm that fat girl Dana. Who are you?
Who always forgets to say her name. Because you know why? Because in my head I'm looking at lower thirds, but sometimes people listen on audio, so it's still wrong to not say. We make errors, y'all. We people. People. In the words of our friend Mike. So again, I'm Tasha.
And I'm that fat girl Dana.
Catch us next time on DT on Our Minds. We'll catch you next time.
Peace.
That's hilarious.